Mama's in the living room watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi. And she yells, oh, girl, you gotta hear this one. A man was arrested for running the theme park. And when they said, where's your license? He said, my dog ate it. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on her Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, girl, you gotta hear this one. Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, you'll never guess what's with their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get us out of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, girl, you gotta hear this one.
All right, petty jury, gather round, because today is one of those cases where even I had to take a walk before the stream started, and her pad just died. Ooh, funny timing that is. Oh my God. You know, some folks can't even commit to weekend plans. Well, according to this federal affidavit, this man committed to something so disturbing that he booked an international flight for it. And spoiler alert, Homeland Security was there to arrest him, waiting like, sir, we're going to take back your Delta miles and your freedom. Now listen. This is not a petty drama case. This isn't a neighborhood beef, HOA chaos, or someone suing over their emotional support iguana. This is a serious complaint involving undercover chats, encrypted apps, international coordination, and an arrest planned down to the minute at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. And before anyone gets their feelings hurt, like, Heather, why are we covering this? Let me be clear. We cover difficult topics on this channel all the time. And I'm here to break down the facts, the investigation, the receipts, and what you will not hear in the mainstream media. We don't sensationalize. We bring the receipts with just enough pettiness to keep you from rage quitting humanity. So grab your coffee, your emotional support pitchforks, buckle up, buttercup, breathe through your nose, and remember, some people travel for fun. Others, according to the DOJ, so allegedly, travel into handcuffs. Now let's go line by line because this affidavit is a doozy. And this is a trigger warning. It does involve a suspected child or someone acting as a child. Yes, this one is extremely disgusting. Oh, thank you. I was going to film some shorts today for the other channel, but I was not feeling good last night, so and this morning. So thanks for those who bared with me on the live on the other channel last night, because it was not an easy, it was only a half an hour live stream, and all 30 minutes of it were like, am I done yet? I need to go throw up. And after I got done streaming, I did just that. TMI. I have to plug in the little Mrs. thing here, and we might be interrupted because during the stream, and I might have to do mama mode because somebody decided she wanted to not wear diapers today. Cross your fingers, this goes well. So I might have a mess to clean up and some things to do in the middle of our stream. No pun intended. But give me 1 second. I'm going to plug this in and I will be right back. I'm still here. I just didn't want y'all to see my big old butt on camera while I tried to reach down and plug in her iPad. And hey, Moonwolf, at least you're not late. Timothy, lurker mode engaged. Drive safe. It's a chilly one outside. Wave as you drive by my house, as usual. Storm Killer, how are you? Snipe Hunter, have a good stream. Gonna have to watch it later. Good to see you. Hey, Roy, hope you are doing well. Hope the wife is doing well. Now I'll be listening as I play on my PC. Roy is becoming a gamer day by day. Gail, like and subscribe. Yes, share and comment. Oh, good old help me out with the YouTube algorithm because the YouTube algorithm does not like my content as far as topics like this. However, these are topics that you will get a 2-minute blurb on the mainstream media, if that, and you will never hear about it again. And these are the cases and the people that need to be exposed. So I did start a exposing evil playlist where all of these videos will be. But a trigger warning, it does involve someone acting as a 9-year-old girl. They are not a 9-year-old girl. They are a federal agent, I believe, with the British authorities. But yes, you can use your imagination on that one. Janet, how are you? Faith, I thought I saw it. Yep, Faith Says It All is here. Ammo's girl, how are you? Devil fan as usual. Good to see you. Angie, how are you? All right, let's get into the stats. How are you? All right. Yes, and we bring this case to you out of there has been somebody around here accused of child that has been charged with child enticement before, that is going to door acting as an AT&T or ADT salesman. That's the reason that I'm very much loving my 2A right now. And we don't answer our door without it these days. So I apologize if you knock on my door and you are just someone delivering something or something like that. And because I don't answer my door these days without my emotional support 45. You know? All right. So we are going to get into this. And once again, the reason this caught my attention is the only media source that I saw it on was a local station out of Milwaukee on Facebook. Because I am from there, I follow the local media there, and that's where we saw this. So this is once again in the Eastern District of Wisconsin because, you know, because yes, I do. And yeah, this week is going to be a very difficult-ish week for content as far as topics go, because regardless of any documents that come up in the ongoing Florida drama, we are going to be doing updates in this case. We are going to be starting to cover a case out of Michigan where a mother and stepfather are accused of unaliving and cutting out the baby out of their daughter and stepdaughter's stomach. Um, we are doing updates on the worst parents in America all over the nation and all the child unaliving stories. So this will be a very trigger warning week for content. I am sorry in advance. It's just I'm finding all these updates at the same time. So here we go. Justin Dirk Kagerbauer. That has to be the most Wisconsin name ever. And of course, the county. Yeah, I'll give you not just a Wisconsin case, but I'll give you one guess on the county that it's in. Usually wood chipper is the solution. Yes. The wood as Mo calls it, Lord Chippy. We're gonna go slow mode, dipped in honey, and put up with some like Argentine ants. Let's put it that way. Or if you don't know, Argentine ants are the things that are all over our house. As far as if we don't spray for them, they will be everywhere. They are the ants that will pick up food and walk away. But yeah. Eastern District of Wisconsin in the county of Waukesha, of course, because why else would it not be my home county? 18 U.S. Code 2423, attempted travel to interstate or foreign commerce with the intent to engage in illicit smexy time. 18 U.S. Code 2422b, child enticement. And 18 U.S. Code 2252a2, distribution of child stuff. The criminal complaint is based on these facts. See the affidavit. And this was handled by Nancy Joseph, which is the same judge that is handling Hannah Dugan's case. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Affidavit in support of a criminal complaint. And if I mispronounce this person's name, I apologize. All due respect, my name is not, my name pronunciations suck, but nobody can pronounce my name either, so that's okay. I, Kevin C. Rona, have been duly sworn, deposed, and state as follows. I have been employed as a special agent of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Investigations since 2010, and I'm currently assigned to HSI's Office of the Resident Agent in Charge of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. While employed by HSI, I have investigated federal criminal violations related to a high technology or cybercrime, child exploitation, and child's pictures. I have gained experience through training at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, FLETC, and everyday work relating to conducting these type of investigations. I have received training in the area of child's crimes and have the opportunity to observe and review numerous examples of child crimes as defined in 18 U.S. Code 2256, all in forms of media, including computer media. And I know that he has a job to do, and I know that he is only doing a job, but I can't imagine viewing those and not having to go to some therapy. Just the facts contained in this affidavit are known to me through my personal knowledge, training, experience, as well as through information provided to me by other law enforcement officers who I consider to be truthful and reliable. Some of the information was provided in response to administrative subpoenas and search warrants. I believe this information is reliable because it was provided by independent companies in response to court or agency requests. Yes, the poor guy has a heck of a job, but a very important job, because without people like him, we would have much more of people getting away with this crap. Yeah. Based on the information described below, I submit that probable cause exists to believe Justin Dirk Kagerbauer, a 46-year-old man, by the way, on or about March 13th, 2025 to November 27th, 2025, has committed the crimes of attempted travel in interstate or foreign commerce with intent to engage in illicit conduct, child enticement in violation of Title 18, 2240 or 2422B, and distribution of child materials in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code, all while residing at Muskego. Oh, it's got to be Muskego. No offense to my friends and people I know who live there, but this affidavit is intended to show only that there is sufficient probable cause for the requested warrants and does not set forth all of my knowledge about this matter. Background on IMGSRC is an online platform that has operated since at least in or about June 2012 and describes itself as a rapidly growing community dedicated to photo sharing, where users can browse through its vast collections of all kinds of amateur and professional photos, with thousands uploaded daily. Membership to that is free and includes unlimited hosting, storage, and free photo sharing digital images, not videos. I'm assuming that's supposed to be image source, is organized by different forums according to topic. I have never heard of this, but I am a boomer, so there's that. Examples include topics such as architecture, travel, family, and autos. Each image source forum contains albums posted by and named by the registered user who created them. To register an account and thus become a member, a user must create an image source username and provide a valid email address in order to receive a password provided by image source. Has anybody ever heard of this? Upon receiving this password, a user is prompted to create a new password, which will be used to log into their site. Once this is done, the user, as a member, may log in and create albums and post images within these albums. A user's albums are listed under their username. When a member creates an album, they may choose to have his contact email address displayed under his username, which appears at the top of the album. To others visiting his albums, or instead ask others to contact via comments. Even in instances where a member does not post his email address so others can see it, it is not uncommon for the member to post the address in the comment section as a means of contact or when responding to a specific request from another member. This just seems like a little too... Like online privacy, there's just certain things that you should not share online. Just not even regarding what we're going to get into with one can assume that he shared based on what he's being charged with. But not everything needs to be shared online. I can see if you are a photographer and that is your business, obviously you want a portfolio, and this could be used as a portfolio, but just random people sharing random images of random things is weird. Like, I have an Instagram. I don't use it because the thought of sharing just random pictures of I'll repost reels, but like the thought of just showing random pictures of my daily life, it's like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, it's a ploy to gather addresses and information. Yeah, I mean that. I mean, if you Google someone, your information is out there pretty damn easily, and it's pretty easy to find where people are and people's real names and stuff like that. It is not that hard. Like there are certain companies that make like Delete Me and Incognito that make their money just off of deleting. It's right there, but you have to go potty. Come here.
Come here. Oh, yeah. We got to change, don't we? What? Oh, no. Come here.
Well, apparently she doesn't want to, yep. Because people use your info nefariously. They can wreck your life with some.
Yeah, it's you can use it while it's plugged in, but you can't unplug it. Don't unplug it. If you unplug it, it's gonna die again, and then you can't use it for the rest of the day. Then you will not use it till tomorrow.
There we go. Sorry, mama moment.
You can use it while it's plugged in.
Then I don't know what to tell you. It's not uncommon for the member to post the address in the comment section as a means of contact or when responding to a specific request from another member. A member can create one or more photo albums, has the choice to make the album available to all kinds of individuals on the web, a public album, or make it a password-protected album that is only accessible to individuals who know or have the password. This just seems weird. Yeah, Aura is one. I use Incognito and Delete Me. Aura is kind of expensive. Incognito and Delete Me seem to be better. Yeah, she's fighting it though. So we're missing important pieces of that puzzle, if you know what I mean. It's like she thinks she knows what she's doing, but she has no idea. And when you try to tell her, she yells. An album consists of all the pictures associated with that album, along with any posted comments. When a member creates an album, he has a choice via a scroll-down menu to allow only members who have created albums on image source to add a comment, only image source members to comment, regardless of whether these members have created their own albums, or anyone accessing image source, whether or not they are an image source member, to anonymously comment on the album. That is creepy. That's even creepier. Or to disable the comment feature. Anytime an individual posts a comment to an album, the owner of that album is automatically notified by image source via the email he provided at his contact email address. The email message states that a comment was made and includes a file name of the image commented on. That's pretty common. Like when someone comments on one of my YouTube videos, I'll get a notification that says this person commented. Here's what they said. The email message states that the comment was made, the comment itself, and the image source username of the person making the comment. If the person posting the comment is a member, and a hyperlinked URL to the image with the corresponding comment. While the member who is the owner of an album cannot directly opt out of receiving these email notifications, if he were to go back into his membership profile and delete the email address he provided to image source as his contact information, he will not receive these automated email notifications. Yeah, like, and this is like, I have never heard of this website, so I don't know. However, there are just certain things that when they sound innocent and innocuous, like you're just giving an email address or you're just giving this, but when it's written out like this in an affidavit, it sounds creepy and it sounds very controlling. Did it say where this meetup took place? It kind of sounds similar to Roblox. We're going to get into all that, but remember, this was international. This person was in Wisconsin, but the people that he was contacting were in the UK. So this is not just a simple interstate. This was international, or attempted to be international. Any individual on the internet can view and post comments to non-password protected albums on image source and download these images into those albums. Only members can create albums and upload pictures. When an image source member posts a comment to an album, that member's username, country flag corresponding to the originating IP address, and the date and time of the comment are displayed next to the comment. Oh, yes, and anything you do on the internet, whether it's commenting on someone's YouTube video, whether it's making a YouTube video, whether it's making a Facebook comment, whether it's making a Facebook post, even if you delete shit, there is a record. Nothing is as it seems, and everything. The internet is forever. Forever. Sorry, since I don't make my living via super chats, I gotta get paid somehow. When a comment posted by a non-member, portions of the originating IP address and a country flag corresponding to that IP address are displayed next to that comment, regardless of whether the individual posting a comment is a member or a non-member. Oh, and by the way, this is all from and I'm changing my stuff, so this might be I have to add an overlay. This is all from Pacer. So I paid for this document. Unfortunately, this is another thing. Usually when you hear something in the media, they will at least have the basic, like the initial complaint posted in their article. That is not the case here. I did not find any of that. We had to get all of this myself. So I remember not everything that you see on my channel, unless stated that I got from someone else, will be from me, because I am not the type to I need to vet it myself, and the only way to vet it myself is to actually, like, see it. Oh crap. And I just closed what I needed to. Open. There we go. I get commercials just as you're answering my comment or something important. YouTube knows when to piss us off. Oh, yes. Yes. I wish I knew more about digital forensics. There are sometimes I wish I went to school for certain things, even though I'm really happy with what I went to school for. There are certain times when I'm like, I wish that I would have went to school for forensics or computers or something like that. When I was little, I thought I was going to apply to the University of North Carolina for computer science, and that didn't happen because, life works in mysterious ways. But I wanted to be a Tar Heel because I loved their basketball program. Make it make sense. I don't know. All right. Regardless of whether the individual posting a comment is a member or non-member, image source logs the full originating IP address and the individual posting the comment. And even though you use you might use the fuck is it called? A VPN. Shit is still recorded, and a VPN doesn't save you from a lot of shit. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it doesn't save you from a lot of stuff. Background on Mega. Mega, styled in all uppercase letters, Mega.io is an encrypted cloud-based storage and file hosting service offered by Mega Limited, a company based in Auckland, New Zealand. The service is primarily offered through web-based apps. Mega mobile apps are also available for Android and iOS. Mega is known for its large 50 gig storage allocation for free accounts. A user creates an account with a login and can upload content to their account. A user can create links and allow others to access specific folders and albums with their account. Users then share the links with other users who can view the content without having to log into Mega. See, this just all seems to... Yeah, VPN doesn't actually work as advertised. There are certain things that it does work for, but it doesn't work like you think it does. It doesn't it There's just certain things on the internet that are just shady. Shady. And if it seems shady, it probably is. The users can then share links with other users who can view the content without having to log into Mega. Any user that clicks the link can download files contained in the link, since the link includes a decryption key. Additionally, since the link contains files, the file path, and decryption code, any person can simply copy and repost the link even if they're not the owner of the link. Mega also has private chat rooms that users can create. Users can send links that allow others to access the private chats. These private chats are end-to-end encrypted, so only people who entered the chats via the secure links can see the content. Since a private chat room link contains the file path and decryption code, any person can simply copy and repost a link, even if they're not the owner of the link. Yeah, as shady as the modern way of life. Ugh. No matter what VPN you use, it's still traceable by the source before the server. Yep, and the IP address tells you a lot of things about not only where you are, but what kind of device you're using. Like certain people, like when I ran an IP trace, and running an IP trace is not really that hard either. The average idiot, myself included, know how to do it. It's not hard. So when you get an IP address and you're like, what IP address is this? It's really not hard to figure out who that IP address belongs to. I'm just saying. I was taught some stuff. I'm not a complete idiot. Is Big Brother watching? Well, considering the CIA can turn your TV's, your smart TV's microphone, well, speaker into a microphone, yeah, Big Brother's always watching. So, oh yeah, IP address will give you almost a pinpoint address. It will tell you what device you are using and what operating system that device is using. Yep, you can learn even if you're a moron like me. When you went to high school, we didn't have computers, and hey, Taz, we had like I went to high school in the early 2000s, like 2000 to 2004. So we had we uh we had computers, but like I also thought bringing a floppy disk to school was like the epitome of like technology, and I thought I was cool as shit because I could bring my homework to school on a floppy disk. 90s kid. What can I say? Yeah, assume that you are being recorded 24/7, um, especially when you leave your house. If you are outside of your house, assume you are being recorded. Hell, um, I can totally tell I am being recorded in my own damn house because apparently our back door the camera that's facing towards our back door, can see our living room TV. Because I got an interesting text message the other day. Hey, what are you guys watching on TV? It's crazy because at 6 o'clock in the morning, I can see what's on the living room TV from the backdoor camera. Figure that one out. Oh, I love Scammer Payback. Scammer Payback is an awesome channel. If you have not watched Scammer Payback, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. And Taz, thanks for the $5 super chat. Haters are watching too, but we love you. Yeah, and then this one, these streams like this, they don't get hate watched because no one, like, people, I can't say no one cares because I got 20 of y'all here and I love you for that. But like, these are not the 150 to 200 people getting documents out fast, competing for getting your opinion out there first. Weird. It's weird. It's just a well, luckily it was only Mr. Squid because the only people who have access to them are me and him. But the problem is, you know, it's like, oh, need better curtains for the back door. If you don't do things, be worried about you besides your face on camera. It should be no issue. Well, no. Shut up. Just shut up. No, it's the little morning routine. She has K-pop Demon Hunters on every morning. I need to go make the little a piece of toast with Nutella. Mama Duty's engaged. I will be right back. Somebody keep Devil Fan in line while I am gone because he's getting a little. You're getting a little wild, Devil Fan. All right, her toast is in. She will alert me in a minute when it's done. And I saw that comment, Devil Fan. You're a little crazy today, huh? All right. The content maintained by Mega is encrypted. Mega cannot access a user's account or review its content without the password or decryption code. However, if another user and or law enforcement identifies a particular Mega link as containing this word that I can't say on YouTube because I don't rely on super chats, so I do monetize my streams, and I would really not like this stream to be demonetized. So if you hear me making up shit for YouTube purposes, mind your business. Especially since I am paying for these documents, it needs to be reimbursed by YouTube's ad revenue. It will not be, but it's close. We're just going to refer to these as CSAM. It notifies Mega. Mega will review the link. If Mega determines that the link contains CSAM or violates their terms of service, they will suspend the account. Mega does not respond to legal process from the US, but provides basic subscriber records and law enforcement upon request as part of our course of business. Mega is a company out of Auckland, New Zealand. So they are not an American company. But it just seems shady to me. All right, I heard the toaster. I will be right back. Mama mode once more engaged. Thank you for your patience in realizing that I am mama first, YouTuber second. Because I love you guys, but she will always be more important than y'all. Sorry. Thank you for your patience. I am back. We haven't made too big of a mess, hopefully. And Taz, thanks for being a member for 13 months. Love you and hugs. Thank you. Much appreciated. And Gail, thanks also for being a member for 13 months. We love you and all your tentacles. Oh, y'all are awesome. And yes, I have been losing some subscribers lately. And you know what? I just look at it as the trash taking itself out. Because those are people who either alt accounts of people who rage quit or just people who really don't want to be here. And you know what? I would rather have a smaller community of people who are actively engaged and want to be here than, lots of people who only like me for one reason. And then when I stop covering that case, don't want anything to do with my channel. So, yes. And the YouTube is asshat disclaimer. Thank you, Huddle 1776, for putting the disclaimer. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone who is here and realizes that I like variety on my channel. So, and Harry, thank you for the $5 super chat. Candy for little squid. I remember when it was Banana Fund, and I haven't bought bananas in 2 weeks because every time we go to the grocery store, and I'm like, do you want bananas? No. Or I buy them and she doesn't eat them and they go bad because I don't like bananas. So, we have to change our approach. And Stats, thanks for the $1.49 super sticker. I appreciate every single one. I never rage quit. I do. Not really. I joke. There's a joke about rage quitters on this channel. We see if we can get one a day. And Stats, thanks again for the $1.49 super sticker. We keep it a little petty around here, just for the sake of sarcasm, and because with some of the topics that we cover around here, if we don't stay petty in the funny way, we'll go insane. Like, this is we have to get petty with this crap because this is the kind of petty where if you talk about serious shit like this all day and you don't have some sort of sense of humor about life, you will go insane. You know? Yeah, no more banana fun. Nope. But it is Christmas and I will be oh my god. My January credit card bill is not going to be fun. Let's put it that way. Mr. Squid is working overtime a lot this month and yep, you know. I just call it bananas for fun. It used to be a banana fund because she used to be obsessed. And now it's like, yeah, I knew that would come to an end, but all right. Cloud storage providers like Mega typically retain transactional information about the creation and use of each account on their systems. As information can include the date on which the account was created, length of service, records of login, session times and durations, types of service utilized, the status of the account, including whether the account is inactive or closed, the methods used to connect the account, such as logging into the account via Mega's website or mobile app, number of files contained in the account, data size contained in the account, and other log files that reflect usage of the account. In addition, cloud storage providers often have records of the IP address used to register the account and the IP addresses associated with particular logins. All that data is recorded. Not every time you log into anywhere, it's recorded. It's why Google sends you notifications that says, "Hey, you logged into your TV via your YouTube account on this date at this time. Is this you?" It's because everything is recorded. I can hear her in the other room, and it's just hilarious. She's singing. Because every device that connects to the internet must use an IP address. IP address information can help to identify which computer or other devices were used to access the cloud storage account, which can help establish the individual or individuals who had dominion and control over the account. Cloud storage providers like Mega also routinely maintain records of user activity, such as when files are uploaded, shared, or removed. It's one of the reasons that cybercrime is hard to get away with. It might take them a while, but at the same time, everything is recorded. Every time you log into the internet anywhere, it's recorded. We know where you are, what device you're using, how long you were logged in. It's hard to hide on the internet. You might think you're anonymous, but you're not. You gave your information to someone somewhere who is oh so ready to share that information, especially when provided with a warrant. Due to its encryption, Mega has become a popular cloud-based storage repository and/or location to distribute CSAM, since Mega does not restrict the same IP address from creating more than one Mega account. Persons involved in the receipt, collection, and distribution of CSAM also often have multiple Mega accounts. And no, like you will see her occasionally pop onto the channel, but that is it. Because now people are using, like criminals are using AI to virtually there's a new thing that came across my desk in my email basically about using AI to fake kidnap people, in the sense of like using AI to adapt a picture So say you have a picture posted on a website somewhere, like Facebook, people can hijack that, use AI to change the image to maybe that person being in a compromising position and email it out to their family like they're being kidnapped. And that is why I don't post pictures. Like, you'll occasionally see her pop on for a second, but she will never be by herself. So that it's just to, you know, yeah. Um, it's a she will never have her own channel until she is 18 years old, and even then, I'm gonna be like, you really might want to rethink this. I didn't have my own YouTube channel until I was 37. So, Linda Tess, thanks for the $10 super chat for whatever. I've been busy trying to make up for it. You are fine. You know love your support. You are one of my OGs. You've been here since pretty much the very beginning. There are a few people who are in chat on a regular basis who have been in my chat since I have had less than 100 subscribers. And I know who you are, and y'all are awesome. And I joke about the super chats because there are people who call me a grifter. So I joke about it, but it's not a requirement to be here. Like, I got a phone call a few days ago saying my family member was in jail and I needed to send bail, but they were so stupid that I was talking to her. I get emails all the time about like, you're late on your social, or you're late on your what the hell, student loans, and you need to send this money here and this money here, and you need to call this person. The thing about scammers is generally they're stupid. And they will fuck up. I didn't take any student loans, so like the fact that I keep getting those emails are hilarious to me. I'm like, know your target. Squid is awful at grifting. How awful. Yeah, absolutely awful. I am awful. I'm just as bad at asking for help. Yeah, those of you who have emailed me offering help and assistance with certain things, and I'm like, I email you back awkwardly. That is not me not wanting your help or anything like that. That is just me being awkward at, like, I've been independent all my life. I'm really bad at that. Like, Kay Davis, how are you doing? You had surgery last week and missed a few live streams. How are you feeling? Are you doing okay? And Janet, thanks for the $5. Merry Christmas month. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is doing well this month. I get student loan alerts. I prepaid my college every semester. Yeah, the government. I went to the Uncle Sam's free college program. All right. The above described encryption often means users of applications like Mega are difficult to identify. The privacy and protection. Difficult. Do you notice he said difficult, not impossible? The privacy and protection provided by encrypted chat applications make them popular among those engaged in producing, distributing, and receiving and possessing. Oh, reading is hard. Why is reading so damn hard today? Smexy time content depicting those under the age of 18. Users of these applications often know that they can operate within a higher level of anonymity. How come possessing would not come out on the first try, but anonymity was easy? The way my brain works, I will never understand. Than they can on unencrypted messaging applications. Mega does, however, use push tokens. A push token is a unique identifier generated by Apple and Google smartphones. These push tokens allow applications to push notifications, such as new incoming messages to users to smartphones. From my training and experience, I know push tokens can be used to identify the devices on which an individual has installed Mega and receives push notifications from the application. This is why when something says could allow you to send notifications, you say no. because that is just yet another way to track you. Leftover from last night. Oh my god, Gail. Like you guys know I rushed off of the stream. Like I didn't mean to like be that rush, but I literally ran from this side of the house all the way around to my bathroom, and it was not a fun experience for like the next 3 to 4 hours. To the point where Mr. Squid was like, "Are you okay?" And his words to me were like, "You're not pregnant, are you?" And I'm like, "No." No. Oh my god. Yeah, the weather lately is playing on us and our bodies, the moisture and the cold. Yeah, that's affecting the metal in my head. I didn't take into account that, like metal expands in heat and cold. Well, it does. d- It does when you have metal inside your head. And although it's a very small piece of metal, it's still there. Um, yeah, I was literally turning green. It was bad. It was bad. And it was so sudden. Like I was fine like 10 minutes before the stream started, and then I was talking and I was just like, I am not doing well. Not doing well. Not not doing well. And it was like, ugh, well, not necessarily. Um, not necessarily. Uh, but it was a joke because it was a joke. It was meant to make me laugh and not be in a it was bad because, like, I was not only throwing up, but yeah, it was just bad. It was a bad night. It was a bad night. I slept in the littlest room, and I made her sleep in my room because her room is closer to the bathroom, than where my bed is, or my side of the bed is the farthest point away from my bathroom in my bedroom. Her bedroom and the door to her bedroom is like right here with the door to her bathroom. So like I was closer. So I was like, I'm just sleeping in your room tonight, hun. You're going to sleep in my room with your dad because I need to be close to a toilet because it was bad. Hey, Taze auditors, AT2 squid. Oh, the mech is in the house. Oh, it was bad. Yeah, it was kinda weird because I was talking and suddenly she just looked really funny and said, "I gotta go." Yeah, you're lucky I didn't you're lucky I didn't, like, it was not fun. It was not fun. I y'all are not funny. I am too old for that. I am too old to have another baby. But no, he was joking because of a certain set of mother nature circumstances. Not getting into details, but it was just it was just a bad night. But he did check on me. He did make sure I was okay. It was yeah, when you wake up at 2 a.m., nauseous, bathroom vicinity, and how fast you can sprint counts. It counts. I have not been nauseous like that since my surgery. When I had surgery, like 8 weeks after my surgery, like, even when I went back to work and I'd be working with patients and I'd be like, "I gotta go," and I'd have you know, but I was not even that nauseous when I was pregnant as I was at the end of my stream yesterday. It was like it was bad. Bye, Moonwolf. Have a good day. Oh my goodness, it was bad. It was bad. But thanks for putting up with me. Just suddenly being like, I gotta go. I had so much more to say for yesterday's stream, but I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Uh, Mega assigns users unique identification numbers, and users can choose usernames and communicate with each other in groups or one-on-one. When invited to a group on Mega, a user must accept the invitation before becoming a member of the group. Users of Mega do not have to actively participate in groups of which they are a member to receive messages and media shared by others. No. Y'all, no. No. Was I that nauseous? I literally went straight from streaming. I ran to the other side of the house and threw up. There was no hesitation there. There was no no, it was log off, didn't even close StreamYard. Literally just bolted to the other side of the house. It was not a good it was no, because the last thing I wanted to do was clean up a mess. It was bad. I did. I was fine. I was nauseous, but it was like, okay, I'm just uncomfortable, but I'm not going to get sick. Like, I'm not and my brain was like, I'm not really gonna get sick, right? Like, I'm just nauseous. Maybe I'm nervous. I get nervous for those other streams for the other channel because those videos mean so much to me. Like, these ones do too, but literally, I'm reading and commenting and making fun of an idiot who got himself in trouble with something he should have never been involved with. Like, that's easy, and that's just my personality and my sarcastic side. I don't really do a lot of sarcasm on that channel in the sense of, like, that is my fall prevention, like, keep your ass safe. Like, how can I help you? This is entertainment, that is education. It's a different mindset. And because that is my degree and what I went to college for, my career, things that mean so much to me, I actually get a little nervous for those streams because I'm like, and because I know I get at least 20 people here in every stream, and sometimes up to 150 to 200 people. Over there, I get 10, maybe 15. And it's like, it's just a different mindset. And I get nervous because I'm like, what happens if I stream and nobody cares? So like, I get nervous. So I was just thinking, I was like, oh, it's probably me just being nervous for my live stream for this channel because I just get nervous. Whereas here, I hit that live button. I'm like, let's do the damn thing. So I wasn't thinking anything of it, and then it just kept getting worse. Huh. Go watch. You can see her turn green. I didn't even think I looked that I didn't look great because I was tired for most of the day. So I had my hair up in a bun. I was working, scripting, and doing stuff for this coming week. So I had my Apple Pencil through my hair. I didn't think anything of it. It's Well, Harry, this channel is different because this channel, I just give you my opinion and I basically say, like, I don't care what people think. Over there, that is that's my college degree. Like, that's my career. And like, that's my career. And it just makes me like, it just makes me nervous because I want to do the best I can. Like, oh, Gail, I'm so sorry. I have to go back and watch it. Oh, you can see her get yucky looking and then improve and then yucky looking and improved. You can see the last time I said, I gotta go. You can see her really turn green. Oh my goodness. I was dead serious on that channel. This one's all goofy. And this one is like, this one I just give you my opinion as a layperson commenting on documents and cases. And I literally make fun of people. Because that's what we do. It's just it's you know, it's just what we do. This is over here, like, we can make fun of this person because to even be accused of child enticement it has to meet a certain level of burden even to be accused of something like that. And when we read the affidavit, we just don't take the 3-minute news story and run with it. We see what law enforcement saw. And it just makes it so much creepier. But I get to give my opinion, my unfiltered opinion. It's just, yeah, Squid is normally so professional sounding. It's in just right up front about the information, and right away it was different. Yeah, it was just, I was green. I'll have to go look and see what I actually, because I know I wasn't looking good. I had no makeup on, I had no filter. Like, even here, like, you can put, so visual effects, like, you can say enhance skin appearance. Like, you could make it where you are flawless. I generally don't, because I'm like, I am who I am. Every once in a while, I'll take out like a blemish or, a wrinkle or something. However, you know, mm, uh, I was tired, and I was like not doing my hair. Like, I threw my hair up in a messy bun yesterday. It was like I didn't brush it. I showered, but I didn't brush it. Like, it was like you throw your hair up in a ponytail so it doesn't get wet in the shower, and you just leave it like that. That's how it was. But I didn't think I was green. Don't need makeup. Sure, you were beautiful as usual. Yeah, I was not. Like even today, like I don't wear makeup, but I'll put like mascara on so that I look like I have eyes. Um, I'll put on like a tinted moisturizer so that it just covers up the imperfections. Like, I have to get this removed. And I'll put on like a lip gloss or like a lip oil because I just like it. Because it keeps keeps the lips from getting dry, and especially when you're Squid looked like she got back from an ER. I looked like I needed to go to the ER. I haven't been that bad in a while. And I don't exactly know what, because I was fine and then I wasn't. I hadn't eaten in like 2 hours. So it wasn't something that I ate necessarily. It was weird. All right. Background on Telegram. Telegram is an internet-based messaging social media app for smartphones, tablets, computers. According to its public statements, it has more than 200 million active users. I have never used any of these services. Like I said, I barely have time to use what I need to use. I'm just I had her on big TV. Her color was really interesting. I have to go back and watch it. According to public statements, it's more than 200 million active users. It's free, and signing up requires only a supported device and a telephone number. Telephone number serves as an identifier for the account and allows for two-step verification, but users are free to use a temporary number, voice over IP, or other type of anonymous phone number like a Google Voice or Google Voice number, to create a Telegram account. Telegram users can also and in HSI's experience frequently do, choose not to display the associated phone number to other users. I mean, that's kind of common sense, right? Like, hey, Jeffrey. Well, you're about an hour late. It happens. It's okay. I knew I wasn't feeling well, but I did not think I was that green. But I'll have to go back and watch. I knew I didn't look good because I didn't try. Like, I didn't try to put on any. I didn't wash my face. Like, water, that was it. But like, I didn't think I looked green. But I also don't make it a habit to just look at myself all the time. So after talking with my lawyer. Is that the lawyer that I wanted to have a conversation with? I have new info on my trust and what I can do. Ooh, we'll talk later. You missed nothing. Yeah, we're talking about this is a trigger warning stream, by the way. For those of you who are just joining us, this is a trigger warning. This is a very difficult case. This is not a this is a federal case, but involves someone from, you guessed it, Waukesha County, Wisconsin, because why the hell not? Right now we're just doing background information on the websites or applications. Users typically choose a public-facing username to communicate with one another. This allows Telegram users to search for other users' usernames. Such public-facing usernames, however, are not required and thus possible for a person to use Telegram without a searchable username. Through the application, users can transmit messages, photos, videos, and other types of files with one another. Telegram users can also participate in groups, which allow up to 200,000 users to exchange messages and files, including photos and videos. Telegram groups can either be private or public and can also be made subject to the supervision of administrators who can control membership in the group, including by adding members to the group. A group admin, in some cases group members, can add new members to a group without any action on the part of those new members. I mean, that seems pretty typical, like a Facebook group. When a member is added to a group by someone else, the member will see the existence and name of the new group in the Telegram interface. Before the member can view access to any postings in that group, the member would need to click on the group to enter it, which will make some of the group's content viewable in the member's chat window. In addition, anyone in a group can formally leave the group, close the window showing the group chat, or simply decline to participate in any group chat or activity. Hey, Mom. September 2025, Homeland Security Investigations, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was contacted by an HSI attaché, London, England, UK, for assistance on a child investigation involving an individual within the HSI Milwaukee area of responsibility who, while in communication with UK law enforcement authorities operating in an undercover capacity, expressed interest in traveling to the UK to engage in interesting time with a minor female. In July 2025, HSI London received a request from the UK's Eastern Regional Special Ops Unit to help identify the user of that believed to reside in the US, who was the target of a CSE investigation. They advised that the user of this account first contacted by email an online undercover profile being used by UK law enforcement authorities. On the image source website, the UC profile was of an adult female who was a bad auntie to and purported to be active with her 9-year-old niece. The only thing that I could see being a defense possibly to this, not that I condone this behavior at all, but playing devil's advocate, because that's what we do. Wouldn't someone who was acting as an adult female who was active with a 9-year-old be entrapment? Could that be viewed or spun to be viewed as entrapment? Just saying. That user made comments about the child in a profile picture, eventually stating that he was interested in girls. I'll let you read that for yourself. The user further stated, "I have no experience with children, but I would love to." It would be a dream come true. I can only imagine how awesome it would be. And YouTube, for the overlord that is watching my channel, that was a direct quote from the arrest affidavit. That was not me. Hey, King Paco. Trigger warning, by the way. The user stated to the UC officer that he was in the UK in Liverpool for 6 days in March of 2025 with his 17-year-old son who was trying out for a soccer program and hopes to attend university in the UK in September of 2025. The user chatted with the UC officer for several days, later switching communication from email to a chat on mega.New Zealand. The chats involved both generally friendly chats with the adult as well as towards the 9-year-old. The user and the UC officer exchanged chats on 10 separate days in March of 2025, 6 days in April, 13 in July, 25 in August, 16 in September, 20 days in October, and at least 1 in November of 2025. On multiple occasions, the user expressed his Yes, Jeffrey, I agree. Yeah, but isn't entrapment where you I mean, it could be viewed by his lawyers as possible entrapment. I'm not saying I agree with it or that this person doesn't deserve a special place in hell. I'm just saying what possible defenses to that situation could be. That does not condone his behavior. And this is where people in the case in Florida get a little nutso and hate me is because I bring up both sides of shit. Like, I don't agree with stuff. Sometimes when I say stuff, FYI disclaimer, when I say stuff, it's not that I am agreeing with this person's actions. I am playing defense attorney. And if I was a defense attorney, how would I defend this? I am not an attorney, but if I was, part of being a good attorney, in my view, is being able to argue both sides of a situation. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, this is where it got to me to stop reading. Yeah. But this is where people in a certain group of cases get mad at me because I see both sides or I try to pick apart both sides. It's like that's what I do because I look at facts. And if I was going to play defense attorney, because I do know some criminal defense attorneys, like a girl I skated with, her dad was a criminal defense attorney. If I ever needed a criminal defense attorney in Wisconsin, he was who I would hire because I personally know him. However, oh, I'll never, like I said, I'm not defending his actions. I'm just saying if I was a possible criminal defense attorney, how I would spin certain aspects of this case. He wouldn't have admitted to any of this stuff if she had not entrapped him, kind of a situation. Not saying I agree with it. Yes. Yes, but I'm like I said, not saying I agree with what the defense would be. However, that is an area to explore. On multiple occasions, the user expressed his interest in young females. For example, April 17th at 2:30, the user was asked by the UC officer what he would love to explore first, referring to the 9-year-old. I'm not going to read this because even if this was talking about an adult, this would make me uncomfortable to read on stream. So I'm just going to highlight it and skip it. Like I said, there are certain things that would just make me uncomfortable to read. Even if it was referring to an adult, that would still make me uncomfortable. The fact that it is referring to a 9-year-old, an imaginary 9-year-old nonetheless. July 2025, the user told the UC he would be in the UK in September of 2025, taking his son to university, with the chats again being towards the 9-year-old and also of a general nature. July 14th, the UC officer sent a user a closed image of the 9-year-old girl, the UC's purported niece. The user's response was, "She's more adorable than I could imagine. What a little cutie." Sounds relatively innocent. Really going to have to work hard to make a trip to Kent into my itinerary. I picked up a lot of my knowledge while working in the jail and overhearing lawyers and clients. I just like to argue, ask my parents. So I just like to pick the other side I always like to pick the other side of a topic just to have something to argue about, whether I agreed with it or not. So I kind of learned, and I learned from enough mock trials in high school and certain things that we were doing in school, that when, school was actually teaching you shit, that in order to be good at an argument, you need to be able to argue both sides effectively. Yeah. Ugh. On July 17th, the UC officer asked the user what he would like the 9-year-old. Nope. This I'm going to highlight, but I am not going to read, because that would, it's like I'm reading yeah. There is not there is things that I would like to do to this person that would get me yeeted off of YouTube so fast. I'm just saying. On multiple occasions, the user expressed his true desire to engage in contact with a child. March 17th, the UC asked him what ages Come on. We're sorry, guys. You know me. If you're gonna write all this and you're gonna be super specific, he prefers. And if he had an experience with children, the user responded 5 to 13. July 31st, the user told UC that makes him to think about. On September 5th, the user told UC he is not stringing her along, and he reiterated plans to visit her and the child in November of 2025. September 24th, the user told UC that he's most definitely planning to see her and the child in November, and told her it's a fantasy come true. October 1st, user told UC, not reading the quotes because they're triggering to me. They're disgusting. I would not even want to read that if it was an adult talking about an adult. So the fact that it's an adult referring to someone under the age of 10, I'm not condoning any of this behavior, but there is a large difference between like a 17-year-old and a 9-year-old. Just think about that. Like, he said 5 to 13, that's prepubescent. That's not even a teenager. Like, not saying that that's any better. Do not get me wrong. But like, past puberty or before, it's like it just adds another layer of ew. Yeah. Ugh. And I agree with you. I'm just saying it would be worth a shot, because you have no other defense. During the same conversation, when the UC asked the user if he planned, yep, not reading that again, because that will get me yeeted off of YouTube no matter if I'm reading a quote or not. And there's no way to make that YouTube friendly. These are just a sampling of the user statements to the UC via mega chats. A review of the chat is observed the following information in the chat where the user stated his name was Justin. He claimed to be employed to design single-family homes, claimed to live in the upper Midwest, with Chicago being the closest city. His son was accepted into Hope University. He has an ex-wife and 2 sons, and he plays volleyball. Okay, he's from the Milwaukee area. That one's like everybody does. I don't know one person up there that doesn't play volleyball. And admitted to the UC officer that he views and chats to other like-minded people about their interest in people under the age of 18, but has never acted on his On August 26th, Justin sent an image to the UC officer of his desk. On the desk under his monitor that had a blueprint on it were 14 rubber duckies that Justin said he wanted the bar he plays volleyball at. Not shocking. They obtained internet protocol data relating to this user from Mega and provided 3 IP addresses. These addresses were associated with Charter Communications. And on or about August 27th, a Homeland Security administrative summons was submitted to Charter requesting subscriber information on those 3 IP addresses. March 24th and April 15th. On or about September 8th, Charter Communications responded to the summons. Sorry. Sorry. I have to turn off my camera for just a second. There was one address in there that I literally recognized. I know exactly where that address is. So I had to take a momentary like okay. HSI London reviewed the public website for Aspire Homes and found a Meet the Team, which listed 36 employees, including one named Justin Kagerbauer. His bio stated the following: plan designer, new construction team. Justin joined Aspire new construction team in July of 2021. After acquiring his architecture degree from UWM, he has spent more than 20 years in residential construction design. As a designer, he helps our clients turn their biggest and grandest dreams into reality by creating a home design that meets their every need, want, and expectation. When he's not working, he enjoys playing volleyball and soccer and spending time at the lake with his family. You go to Pewaukee Lake. Nope. Yeah, it's not far from where I went to high school. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's yep. HSI London used a commercially available website, found links between Kagerbauer and that Muskego, including his Wisconsin driver's license with the Wood Road address and his address of record. Additional investigation efforts found Kagerbauer associated with the Wisconsin soccer club, the Croatian Eagles, where he's listed as accounts receivable and director of tryouts. It was also observed on another commercially available social network that the Croatian Eagles showed that 18-year-old Caden Kagerbauer was in England in March 2025 working with the Liverpool Football Club under 18. A check of travel history found that both Justin and Caden Kagerbauer traveled from Chicago to Manchester by commercial flights in March of 2025. HSI London later confirmed that chats between the user believed to be Kagerbauer and the UKUC office had reached a point where he stated he is planning a trip to the UK to visit his son. However, Kagerbauer also indicated he wants to travel to London for illicit time with a 9-year-old girl. On October 8th, the user and the UKUC discussed travel plans of the user coming to the UK to visit, saying in part, "Did you confirm your plans about when you were arriving?" User, where's your shirt? Where's your shirt? Angel? Y'all, I gotta go do mama time because not only did her pad die again, she came into my office as a 3-year-old does without any of her clothing. So I have to go find out where her clothing went and do mama time. Y'all, thanks for bearing with me because my child just, I don't know where her shirt and her pants are. I have to go search my house. I will be right back. Well, that was interesting. All right. She got Nutella on her shirt, so she took it off. The problem is she just takes it off and she doesn't go bother to get a new one or tell me that she needs a new one. So, oh boy. Toddler mom, gotta love it. We're in the taking off all of our clothes and not telling anybody. All right. Getting back to this. Probably over with Mo, she is streaming the Brian or whatever that trial, Brian Walsh trial. All right. I will be buying my tickets by the weekend at the latest. Is there a better day for me to arrive? And this just screams like, I'm sorry, but like I would never do anything like this, but if you were to commit a stupid crime, if someone is just making it oh so easy for you, wouldn't your first thought be I'm being set up? Cuz that would be mine. If something sounds too good to be true, even as gross as I think it is, it's probably you're probably being set up. Yeah. And it's just, and I know, and I, hey Auntie, I'm Lurker checking in. Good to see you. And um, I know Jeff Grady was here. It's just, yeah. This is hard to make it through even for me, and I knew what to expect, and I'm still wanting to like. I can't remember what exactly the dates were. Just recall that I'm not around for the December dates you mentioned. User, most likely I would arrive Friday, November 28th, if that works for you. And then leaving Friday, December 5th. It would be fun to see both of you again before I left if the first visit went well. So I'm a little bummed you are busy, but totally understand. Yeah. There was an event when state and federal police entrapped each other. It was funny about reading about the event. I think it was rugs. One was selling and one was buying. Jesus. All right. You see, it's a shame your window is so small for seeing us, but never mind. I'm sure you will be back in the UK again if the visit goes well, which I'm sure it will. Yes, 28th of November works well, and you're more than welcome to stay a few days with us before you go see your son. User, wow, thank you for the offer. You haven't even met me yet. Emoji, would you have room for me? Yes, I know. I hate that the trip has to be so short. I'm actually going to have to work remotely for most of it. Yeah, shame more people should hear this. Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm talking about it, because you will not, like, you will get a 3-minute blurb on WISN 12 about something that happened. You will occasionally get maybe an update, but like this is we need to know how depraved people in this world can really be. And a 3-minute news story that I'm glad they covered it. I'm glad they did. Because I wouldn't have known about it if they didn't. However, I believe that will be the last time you hear it about on local news, and you sure as hell won't hear it on national news. This needs to be, we need to protect our children, and the only way to protect our children is to admit and discuss freely that people like this are real. This is not some made up bullshit by one side of the aisle or the other, or people trying to politicize one shit or the other. This shit is real. Evil truly exists in the world. And it's not, evil is not you disagreeing with someone on what kind of health care they should receive, or what how much security we need at the border. This is evil. This is evil incarnate. And it's one of those situations of it's a hard topic to talk about, but when people go, you voted for this person, you're evil. No, sweetie. No, sweetie. This is what evil is. And if we stop talking about it and we hide the fact that this evil truly exists, we allow what people say is evil, people calling you evil and an ist and every ist in the book because you voted for someone they don't like. We need to admit that this shit is real. Because the only way to fix it is to admit that it's there. You can't sweep it under some rug. And here I am taking the rug and whipping it away from people's feet. Like, yeah. Yeah, unless you are a victim of one of these monsters, you have no idea the lifelong damage this shit causes. And I can never put myself in their shoes, and I will never try. That is why I'm a sympathy kind of person and not empathy. Because empathy tries to force me into situations that I've never been in. Yeah. October 15th, the user in the UK, UC, discussed the user having purchased his tickets to the UK, saying in part, "Happy hump day, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know I have purchased my ticket to London, change of plans again. I'm back to arriving the morning of November 28th. I still need to purchase my tickets back to the US. No, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Gail, I'm so sorry. I deal with many in my job. It's just... Yeah. It's hard to protect kids when the largest theme park in the world hires these sick fucks from all over the world. Every sting Polk County runs, they get at least one employee from Walt Disney World. Yeah. I watch a channel called WDW Pro. He mostly talks about like the business side of things, but he does occasionally mention he has Ron Coleman on a lot. So if you're a fan of Ron Coleman, the lawyer, it's worth the watch. It's a good channel. I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think that I would watch. I'm sorry, Gail, and if you need to turn it off and come back on the next stream, I get it. I get it. Do not ever think that you need to stay here just because to support me. I love you for that. However, you need to protect you first. And you need to protect your mental health. Duncan, Idaho, the path to wisdom and contemplating the levels of evil that seemingly ordinary people all around us are capable of. Yeah, one of the reasons that I am covering this is because I cover difficult topics. We've covered Order of Nine Angels stuff here, and their revenge corn type situations. We've covered other situations where parents are shitty parents. But one of the main reasons that I am covering this is because of the international, the fact that this is federal, and when this goes to trial, it will not be streamed. So the documents are the only thing we have. And the fact that it's the county where I was born. And of course, and I don't think anybody else is going to cover it, or nobody that I would see. I'm sure there's somebody out there. There's thousands of YouTube channels that I have no idea about anything they're covering. So, but it's also one of those situations of like, there's too much of people on the internet calling other people evil, or, it's all the buzzwords. And it's like, no, you're not evil because you voted for someone who wants to, take away, you abusing a system, like, or, or audit government programs. This is evil. Like, we're changing definitions of words to what they aren't, just to make our own minds happy. And the only way to get back to what words actually mean is to bring up examples of what those words actually are. This right here is pure evil and disgusting. Like, you voting for someone that is different from what your beliefs are is not evil. It doesn't make them a Yahtzee. It doesn't make them yeah. This is evil. You see, happy Wednesday. Oh, that's great. What time do you arrive on Friday? And do you know? Around 9:30 a.m. I thought that would be better for you than the flight that arrived at 6 a.m. You see, haha, yes, thank you. Makes it easier to pick you up if you need. User, yes, if you're still willing to do that, I thought that may work a little nicer. I know I'm not a morning person. How far are you from Heathrow? It's about an hour and 40 minutes, depending on traffic, so not too bad, really. And this is another thing that would have tipped me off to the fact that this person may not be just your average person from the UK, because ask Spawn. If you ever tell someone from UK it's about an hour and 40 minutes, that to them is a long way. The average person from the UK, from what I've experienced from talking to people and hearing people complain on the internet, to someone from the UK, an hour and 40-minute drive is a long way. To some people in the US, that is a daily commute. So that would have been my other, like, something shady here. But that's just me. When you're talking to someone and things that make you question if they really are who they really are? Just saying. When she said it's not too bad, really, that would have been my, like, you obviously have been spent a lot of time outside of the UK. User, would it be better for me to take a train or bus closer to you? Should I trust you driving? Yeah. I am very protective of children, especially since oh yeah, that's a good point too. An hour and 40 minutes crosses several countries. Yeah, we're an hour and 40 minutes in the US generally, unless you're like in the Northeast, does not even leave the state. I can drive 6 hours and still be in the same state. Well, they're so close together. Like, everybody's, like, they're so small. No offense to any of my friends in the UK who may be watching this. However, it's the perspective. When you can fit the whole of the UK in Texas. It's all about perspective. Yeah, it takes more than an 8-hour drive to cross Texas. Well, think about driving from Miami to Pensacola. That's a long drive. That's in the same state. You see, I really don't mind. I just thought it would be annoying for you to get a train to Kent, as you would have to go into London to catch a train, but up to you. User, well, I'm putting a lot of trust in you, so I'm sure I can trust your driving, but whatever is easier for you. A check of Google Maps shows that Kent is approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes southeast of London by driving, and Liverpool is approximately 4 hours and 20 minutes by driving, 2 hours and 20 minutes by train northwest of London. Homeland Security administrative summons was served on JetBlue Airlines requesting ticket and itinerary for information relating to Kagerbauer's potential travel to the UK. On or about November 19th, JetBlue responded to the summons, indicating Kagerbauer is scheduled to depart Chicago O'Hare to JFK November 27th at 8:20, JetBlue BK-1306, then depart JFK to London Heathrow on November 27th on JetBlue at 9:09 p.m. They provided transcripts of 3 phone calls made on October 13th, October 27th, and November 3rd between Kagerbauer and the UK UC officer. Gross. Additionally, Ursu advised HSI London that on or about November 13th, Kagerbauer sent the UK UC officer a video depicting CSAM via the Telegram chat app. The video is 2 minutes. I was waiting for that because they described what Telegram was. I was waiting for when Telegram came into play here. The video is 2 minutes and 25 seconds long and depicts an adult woman and a prepubescent child, approximately 6 to 8. Nope, where the adult does stuff that nobody should be doing to a child. This was done in response to the UK UC officer sending Kagerbauer a video that appeared to depict CSAM but was not an actual child, but utilized a doll that appeared to be a minor female. After receiving that video, the user replied to the UC, "Oh my goodness, that is amazing." It's something, all right. I wouldn't... The video sent by the user was sent to HSI Milwaukee, where I have personally reviewed the video and confirmed the above description of the video is accurate. On October 28th, the day after one of the phone calls, the user told UC that it claimed his fears when they speak on the phone and that is counting down the days until he meets her and the child in person. The user told the UC that contact would be once again, not reading it. HSI Milwaukee and HSI Chicago O'Hare plan to encounter Kagerbauer at Chicago O'Hare Airport on November 27th to execute the arrest warrant, take Kagerbauer into custody, and have him presented for his court appearance. Based on the above information, I submit there is probable cause to believe that Kagerbauer has committed the violations of attempted travel in interstate or foreign commerce with the intent to engage in illicit smexy time in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code 2423, child enticement in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code 2422, and distribution of... Yeah, well, they got him no matter what. They got him on the distribution because, all while residing in Muskego, Wisconsin. Jesus. Yeah, about that. Yep. That's about right. Yep, that's about right. Oh yes, this right here. This is another one. I have not been able to get a hold of the actual documents. However, I was watching this morning the judge that is going to be handling that case, or that is assigned to that case. We will kind of just go over the actual case itself, and the criminal histories of those involved. Because the person involved has a long criminal history and should be on a list. But one of his crimes is apparently not registering for the list he should have registered for, if you know what I mean. So that will be probably Wednesday. Because tomorrow we will be doing Pretty Petty and the Seeker, because we didn't last week because we had some other stuff going on. However, that is a case that we will be following. I probably won't have documents for it, but that county in Michigan has a live stream of their court. So I was watching indictments this morning, or arraignments this morning. It was quite interesting to see all the people being arraigned for various stuff. Yeah. Let's see. And thank you to the 2 people who hit the thumbs down button on this stream. You are awesome, and thank you for the engagement. we are going to redirect, and I'm just seeing, because we are all done with that for today. We are not going to do any more documents from that right now, because of the fact that that is more than enough. We are at almost 2 hours. That is more than enough time, and not going to we will be done with our child stuff for today. But always remember, protect the children. And part of getting all of these, let's see, part of getting all of these awful stories out there is because I am this source that you can count on to talk about the things that nobody else will. Yes, they make me uncomfortable. I apologize for making you uncomfortable. However, we have to admit that evil truly exists in this world, and the things that we call each other evil for, or use these buzzwords, or hear these buzzwords on social media and in the news, are not really buzzwords that need to be used in that context. Calling someone evil because you don't get along with them on a certain topic is, or you don't have the same ideas of where the country should be heading. Disagreeing over politics does not make someone evil. Trying to fly overseas to have smexy time with a 9-year-old, that makes you evil. Remember, when you go to the grocery store and you have a disagreement with someone, that person might not be evil, because evil truly exists. And if we keep covering it up and hiding and pretending like it doesn't exist, it'll keep happening. We are yes, and this is the thing. A little discomfort for us may help save many down the road from ever having to live through such a nightmare. And that's talking about it solves it, doesn't hide it to make it go away. Yeah, and we can't sweep shit under the rug and expect it to go away. Because it doesn't. It just becomes a larger problem, and kids are innocent. We need to stop talking to kids about things that are not appropriate for kids. We need to let kids be kids. Let's protect kids. I felt this way before. I've always felt this way, but it hits different when you're a mom. Yes, the sad thing is behavior is a problem nationwide, but we just don't hear about it. Well, this is the one place where when I find shit, you will hear about it. Because I am that bitch. I am that person that where everybody else will like try to sweep it under the rug, I will be like, let's put this shit on the internet and make this person famous. Because I am that bitch. You know, I am that person who were like, everybody else might, I will talk about it. It's not the most popular. It's not going to make me the most money. But that is how you know I don't do this shit for the money. I do this shit to let you guys know what's actually going on in this world versus what the media tries to tell you.
I love you. You want to say bye?
You say bye? All right. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.
You need help? Yeah. What do you need help with? Okay. We're going to say goodbye, and then I will go help you. Okay?
Bye, guys.